The following preview has been approved for appropriate audience. Motion pictures created by Bytes Crafter. Watching videos is advised. Visit our website for more videos. www.bytescrafter.weebly.com.
So, good day everyone, and today we have a very important tutorial. I am having now the Google Play Game Services real-time multiplayer tutorial, and it is a pretty long tutorial, yet it is composed of the first one is making a simple control UI and player prefab and also a terrain. The next one will be coding, importing to coding of the Google Play Game Services. I also share my key store for you to be able to use as a debugging key store. And so let's try to preview what we will be doing. So let's try to and later on I will introduce you what is Mimo. Mimo is an Android emulator. As you can see, it is automatically authenticated and find a room match. So this is what we'll be doing. This is simple UI movement. As you can see, it is syncing on the other device by using the Play Game Services. And here, it's a little bit choppy because I am only sending it on, I think, 2025, and we are using the reliable connection. But it's okay. You can have a different kind of approach by using, for example, the navigational agent. I prepared that one to be used, but for this tutorial, I did use the transform.translate. So hopefully, we will have more time watching this video, and so let's start. So first, we will do a simple game. 3D game with character synchronization. So we will start by creating a new project, and the Unity will bring you to this part. So it is an empty project, as you can see. So first is, I think we will just go to the world settings and change it to Android format. So switch platform. So, and then the next thing I think is to add a new scene. We will create a new folder just to be organized called scene. And inside the scene, we will create a new scene called main. And now the next thing to do is close this one, and maybe we could go to the quality tab just to prevent unwanted errors. I think we should switch it to the simple quality, so that because we are not creating any high graphics games, just a simple game. So after that, I think we should choose a landscape. For example, we will create and Control-Shift-B player settings, and then after that, default company, it's okay. Resolution, it is only landscape, or we could make it landscape, it's okay. And then icon, it's okay, we can leave that one. Splash, okay. Other settings, this is very important. So this is very important. So you should change this one into something like the Bytes Crafter Unity 3D, because this is the package name live on Google Play, because it should sync the current package name of the current build and to the publish APK on the Google Play Google Play server. So, and then the version should also be 1.1.1. The build version is 12. So you should follow this. And again, another update from Google Play Game Services is the minimum API would be 4.1 Jelly Bean, API 16. So automatic, let's leave that on. Okay, the publishing settings. So another important to take note is that you have to use my key store. So I will publish this. It will be included on the video. Just go to the description below. I will include a download page for this one. So we will just locate this, browse key store. For anyone who don't know what is a key store, it's like a fingerprint of a specific game. There is no same key store for every game. So if you want to watch a tutorial, just watch this now to where I put. And then we locate that one, open that one, and it's okay. I will share to you the password. It's a smaller case password, a simple password, and password PASSWORD and 123. So you would be able to get a current alias. So the alias would be Bytes Crafter. So success. And then the password for alias is the same, PASSWORD123. So currently we can build the Android sample game without any error. So I should also advise you to use an emulator. For me, I use I'm sorry, what's that? Mimo. I use Mimo because it's better to use than a phone. To prevent prolonged building. Here you only here in Unity 3D you only control Shift B and you build the game, because build and run may take some time because the APK will be pushed onto the Android phone. So in Mimo you will just load that APK. So I will start one Mimo for at first. So what is the advantage of using a Mimo? You could start another one. So it's like simulating you are using two Android phones. So at first we will use one emulator because we are not building. So if we try to build here in sample, maybe it's okay in the download. Build game. Sorry, game. We should name this game. I'm sorry. To save here, you must first include a folder in the library. Sorry. Okay, and then open that one and save. So theoretically, we will not have any error, and if we run the game on Mimo, it will not have an error. It should not have. So we wait. I'm sorry if it will take a long, but I will cut this video. And now it is finished. Now as you can see, after building the game in Unity, it will automatically show a window pop-up and the folder location. So if you locate this on Mimo, just copy the address and load an APK and paste the address there, and you will be redirected. And just open the game. I'm sorry, I should remove this one first. just always be just another note. You should uninstall the game first before you install another version to prevent any error. As you can see, installation is successful. So we could open the game. Made in Unity, the splash screen. And it may take some time. Why is it? What's the problem? And I think the problem is we did not create any camera or rendering component. That's why the game started, yet it shows the color of the Unity, which is I think that's blue-gray, because that's the default background when you don't have any camera. So to continue, let's make a simple game here. So we will create a new camera. Sorry, the camera, where is it? Okay, we created the camera. And then next is we create another plane for the field. And another is, I think we need also the light, directional light. The plane should be large. Okay. And let's edit the material. We create a material. So let's create for the terrain. Inside the terrain, we create a new material. Terrain. And we put a simple texture. And in our terrain, if you have your own game, you could skip this one and go to the Play Servers tutorial. And we will just increase this one, the tiling. We cannot increase this one because it's a default. But in Photoshop or Paint, we will use Paint to be, so that everybody can follow. I think we should create a box type, and then the next one is to resize this one into 512 by 512. So let's save this one onto the documents, or I'm sorry, to the download. And it's okay, the terrain, that PNG part, it's okay, PNG. Sorry, and then save. So we can locate just by going to the, sorry if it may be boring for the first time, but you can go to the downloads and new folder and drag that terrain PNG to the project. So later on you will see why did I force you to make that simple image, so that we can distinguish. What is that? Oh, I'm sorry. That's how it is. Okay, sorry for that. So that you can see that one, right? when you move into the game, you can basically know that you are moving from that plane. So I hope you get the idea. So the next one after that is we have a terrain, we have a light. We should just for organization purposes, we rename this to a light. And we drag that inside because it's not important and we will not tweak that every time. Sorry for that. Just a simple tweaking about the light, and I think that's it. And we should make a simple what do we call this? A simple 3D object. I think we should choose the cylinder. No, I think the better one is the capsule. Yeah, the capsule. So it is should be located at 0.0.0. Oh my, it's under the plane. Layer. And we should bring that up so that we can see it. And we should also, for this kind of tutorial, I think we should just to minimize the coding, we should drag down the camera to the player so that when the player moves, it will follow the current target. So it is now. So we will make this a prepop. So we will make a new folder again called prepop, and we drag that inside. So we will make a simple control. That's it. We will make a simple control for the player. So let's start coding. And remember that we are making a simple. We are making a simple game for Android, so we will use UI. So this is player control. Then should start the compiler. From here, I assume that you all know the basic coding syntax in C#, Unity, C#. So the first thing to do is to create a UI, I think, because we will say here to create a new variable. A variable for public bow is local. This is able to false, so that in every instantiation on the other device, the device on, for example, I instantiate here locally at device A, we must declare that this parameter code is local should be true so that we can control it. And on the other device, because the other device is that is not locally instantiated, or that player is not from that device, it should not be controlled. So the default should be false. Hopefully you get the idea. So we will use this one to access to control the player. So I think the best thing is to create a new UI first. What is the best one? I think for just test, we could use the slider. So hopefully just click this 2D so that you can automatically locate the UI. And I think should be, we will mimic the control for the analog, so this should be -1. The minimum volume is -1. So as you can see, it's like we will create a simple UI, simple control UI. This is for the horizontal, and we will create a new one called vertical. Bottom to top, top to bottom, bottom to top, so that when we move that 0, 1, so we should move to 0, and this one 0, 1. Okay, we are making a reference for the control. So horizontal should be here. For example, we are using an Android, and here for the forward. It's up to you if you use. This is basically making a sample control. To each we will just use an elasticity. I don't know if they have elasticity, but they don't. So we will create one. So let's just elasticity. We will just make a simple script. I'm sorry for if the wrong spelling. So here, to be able to access that component called slider, you should add a new assembly called Unity Engine.ui. So I'd like to make it organized, and we will have a reference for that because we will. I think we should make this a private slider, and slider is equal to null. So let's not make an start function. So let's say we make a if-else statement. If the slider is equal to null, the slider is equal to, because we're accessing on the local game object, we should immediately call get component and slider. So it will automatically, because if it is elasticity is attached to the the same game object as the slider is attached, it will get that one. So else, if a slider is not equal to null, I'd like to make this organized as possible. If the slider is not equal to 1, slider dot value is equal to matf dot ler to from float a w 0. So we must bring that slider value to 0 when we will have another another anything else before this one. So time, I should use the time.l to time. I think we need to get the method for the on drag of this slider. Just click on the elasticity or this anywhere that have this button. This is for the reference, scripting reference, and type the slider. I'm sorry, you should first type click on the scripting API slider. So if you have any doubt or question about the source code or the component, you could always do this. So let's go into the slider and let's find the public function. This one, the on pointer down. We need to know if the current slider is pressed, and then if exit press. So we need this one, so click this one. Some of it has a sample code, so we need to declare the iPointer handler and this one. So iPointer, sorry, do we need another sorry, we need another assembly called using what is that, Unity engine that event. This is for events, so that we can access the iPointer down, iPointer down. Okay, with that being established, we have the assemblies and then the proper callback. We can put this one. Sometimes Mono develops an error that you cannot post, but you could also do this one. Just click and refactor and click where you want to paste, and it will automatically paste the required function. And then I always say before after making some changes, and this one will automatically be called when the player is pressing the current slider. So let's test. Debug.log pressing, dragging. So let's test this one. Let's try to save this one and play the Unity. So we say that when we press this, it should display the debug.log. Sorry, it's the horizontal one. So as you can see, it is now lerping from volumes to down. And again, I think we need the iPointer exit up, iPointer up, so that refactor again. And no, this is not called on, this is start press, and this is end press. Sorry, I'm sorry if this tutorial may take a long time. For you to be able to step by step, you will know how does it work, what it is composed of. I don't want to show you just the Unity package and then you don't know. So I start pressing and then I end pressing. So what is the purpose of getting that one? So here is the magic will happen. So we should create a private bool. I hope you can predict what I will do. So is press is equal to false. So at first, initially, the button, this button, which is attached to the slider, should be initially false. When it is pressed, it should be equal to true. While if it's pointer up, it should be equal to false. Simple as that. And then we should use that here to say if only is press is equal to true. I'm sorry, it is equal to false. By the way, for those who don't know this one, when you place a exclamation mark before the variable, a boolean variable, it is equal to, is simply saying opposite of that. So the slider will only lerp into 0 when we are not pressing the button. So we will increase the speed to 3.0 float. Okay. I hope that you are having fun in what we do here. So let's try. Hopefully it does work. It should, the slider should not go back to 0 when we are pressing it. So you can see, when we are not pressing, it will go back to 0. So what we need to do is just to copy this one and paste this to this one. Okay. So we will have a simple control system. And then I think we should declare here the variable of the current slider. So we will make a float, which is value is equal to value is equal to 0. And that value will be always be refreshed to the value of the slider value. And then save that. I think, I don't know if we can make this one big so that we will mimic the control. What is this? And we make it bigger. Handle. Okay. Oh, we can make it bigger. Okay, I think that's it. By the way, it is only just a test. So we have a value here. If we try to move the vertical one, it will refresh. Sorry, we should play first. If we move the variable, it should refresh this value here. We should contact that later. So after that, here on canvas, we are making a control script. Now this is very simple, saying I don't want to manually automatically assign values here. That's why you need to eliminate the start method. So again, we will try to add an assembly called Unity Engine.ui to be able to access that slider. Maybe even though we're not, because we created the what is the spelling of that? Elasticity variable. We can make it public. Then this is horizontal is equal to null, and then we should also make one for the vertical. And again, we should declare here if horizontal is equal to null or vertical is also null, equal to null, we should say horizontal is equal to transform. Sorry for that. I will drink coffee first. So because the script, this control script is attached to the canvas, and under the canvas we have the elasticity. We can say transform that find child, to be specific. Find child, the name of the child, so the name of that is horizontal. We get the transform, and then we get the component. What is the name? What is the name of the component or the type? So this is the type, and then again we will just copy paste this vertical, and vertical, just change this to V, capital V, because this is vertical. So it should by the way, transform that find is case sensitive. You should be exact on your typing. So we are saying here, if horizontal is equal to null, horizontal, it will find the horizontal child and it will get component. So let's try. It should get the component step by step. It should have the reference then automatically. So it is successful, and then after that, else if it's not what do you call this, if it's not, sorry, I just want to make things organized. If it's not sorry for that. If it's not null, if both are not null, we should make our own control logic. So here we will also declare, I think we can make this a private because we don't want this to be displayed. So we will make a public variable here for the player. So I think we can make it do we need to no, we need to just transform to make it simple. Transform player is equal to null. Now sorry, we also need to check if the player is not equal to null. If the player this is a simple error handling. If it's not equal to null, we can control the player. So we can say player dot position. Now what do you think? We can make the position, or I think we can have the translate vector 3 dot forward times the vertical, because that's the forward. Later on we will put a damping and on the horizontal the axis will be left. Right, sorry, should be right, and this should be horizontal. Sorry, this should be horizontal, the right, and the value times the value, and this is vertical, just to make things clear. The first is horizontal. Sorry for that. And I think we will make a simple dumping. We don't need to do that. Okay. Time the delta time is better. It's delta. And the dumping should be 2.5 is okay. Float. And it should move. The player should move. And also, we need to drag that one to the reference. So basically, it should move forward. Just a simple, very simple control. It should move forward, left and right. Just a simple control system. So we are finished making our simple control. So the next one will be scripting or importing the Google Play Game Services package. So stay tuned. Sorry for the long tutorial for this one. So I will just have my coffee break and I am going to bed. So shall we start? And again, just navigate into the GitHub. I will also include this to the description below. GitHub that plays game services that play dash games that dash play plugin dash for Unity. So you will be redirected here, and then just go to the current field. As of the time that I'm making this tutorial, this is the current field. So 0.9.37. Just download this one. Click download and including logos. And after it finished downloading, it should open when done, and import it to the Unity. Wait for it, and it is currently decompressing. Just import all of that. Hopefully you're having fun, because this will be amazing. Oh, what's this? I made the backup. Go. I think this is because of the current SDK that is available on my SDK manager. Be also sure that you are currently updated on the current Android SDK. So here, I'm currently updated with all the APIs, Google Play Game Services, especially here on the Google Play Services. This is very important, and repository. So let me exit this one. I made the backup. While the plugin is currently importing, so I think I need to introduce to you to this GitHub plugin. So as you can see, Google Play Games plugin for Unity has the features are sign in, unlock, reveal, increment, achievement, post score to the leaderboard, cloud save, read and write, show built-in achievement and leaderboard UI, events and quests, and this one, real-time multiplayer, and also this one, return-based. So I think almost all of you is not interested in this one. The example of turn-based multiplayer is the well-known, of course you know it, the Clash of Clans. So the minimum requirements should be you have at least a Unity 5 and above, and the Android SDK, so Android version 4.0 or higher. Then the Google Play Game Services library should be 8.4 and above. So you should update this one on your SDK manager. And also be reminded that this Google Play Game Services is also available on iOS. So but some features currently, as of the time that I make this tutorial, I have read that some of the features are taken down by the Google Play Game Services. I don't know why they taken down. So what you need is to go, if you are building this game to your as a publisher, you should not just change the resources. So as you can see here, it will show you that the information of the Google Play Game plugin for Unity version. And after that, you should go to the Windows, Google Play Games, and Setup. So because you did use the Unity My Key Store for testing, because to be able to use the real-time multiplayer implementation, you must upload a first version of the EPK, and that will be hassle if you are testing the game. That's why I am offering this application for free for the key store. So let's leave that default. This is the directory inside the assets folder, and the constant class name, the name of the script. So I will also provide this in the description below, but here I have copied it on my Google Play console. Sorry, where is that one? Here, the client ID. Sorry. Sorry, I will find that one. I will just find, where is that? The client ID. Here. Paste it, the client ID, and also this one. This can be get into your Google Play console. As you can see here, if you are familiar with this, you can just by click on go into the later on you can request for a tutorial for this. Just go into the, but you don't have this for now, sorry, but you don't have to do this for now. Just for testing purposes, you can use my key store. And then I get this one for my Google Play account, because I don't want to show you my low download statistics. So that's it. We set up. Resolution complete. And Google Play Games configured successfully. As of this moment, we should sign in successfully. So we can disable this one, and maybe we can make the call. How should we do this? We can make the script here on the control script for sign in. So I think we can make here a new void for authenticate. So before using any of the implementations, like the Unity engine, we should declare the assemblies. So Google Play Games, we call that one, and also the Google Basic API, and Basic API to the multiplayer. Save game video. Oh, we have the video multiplayer, and navigate into the Play Game Services and scroll down until you got onto the here. So you should indicate this one. Copy this one. Never mind that one. That is only the assemblies that is required. And if you bump up it to this error where you copy from the browser and you can paste that to the mono develop, what I do is something. Oh, man. That was an awkward moment. You don't need this, you don't need this. And you don't need this. Maybe with much delegate. I think we don't need this for just testing purposes. So config, and then after that, play games platform that instance dot authenticate. And if you are not familiar, just go to the here. They also have simple social.local user, because you are declaring that the Unity engine is social, but I don't want to use that one. I want to use the default. I love defaults. So here it is basically callback. So if yes, so if success, the authentication that is success, debug.log error, debug.log, let's say authentication succeeded, and here failed. But you cannot also see that on the Android emulator, but it's okay. So let's try. So basically, if an update when it's now, it will reference and then authenticate. We must not always authenticate, so we can put it here. We only call this one, especially just a little bit notification. Also a reminder, you can only please call this one once on every game instance. You should not call this one again and again. So that's it. Let's try to save, or F8 to build the script, but you can also use the control save. Let's try to build this to the Android emulator so that you also can see that the game is properly running. So this is the best thing about the Unity build instead of build and run, because you are not pushing the APK. That will take time. So the best about building only is that you are building an APK, you are not pushing that APK, which will take time. Just drink my coffee. Hopefully all of you is having fun coding and making our own first real-time multiplayer. Sorry, I have some people, especially Unity Steve. I have promised to release a plugin for the Unity Google Play services for Unity. Something like a tool, like the Unity transform component. But I have failed. I lost my project. That's why. So here, the building is finished, and the good thing about Memo is that when you let's try to uninstall it first to prevent any error, and let's try to open. So it's saved from the previous address. So it is currently installing, and then let's play. Where is that? So as you can see, it is automatically authenticated, but the camera is missing. So did you see that? So we succeeded from authenticating to the Google Play Game services, but the only problem why is that the camera is out of bound. Authentication failed because we are on the editor. Why is it? What's the problem? That's why I love to set the quality to the low so that we don't bump into any of the error. Okay, I think that's the problem. Let's try to build the game. I'm sorry guys if you are a little bit bored, but we are near, I told you, we are near to synchronizing our position to the network. So let's try, let's just test the step-by-step procedure. And it should don't have any error. Let's switch this one to landscape and run the PPK. As you can see before, it is automatically authenticated because we put the authenticate function from the... Why is that? But it is authenticating. Why is that? Why? Wait guys, I will just pause the video and check what is the error about this. So to continue guys, and again just what I have expected by building on Android devices, you should also set the material for the terrain to the mobile and to just choose or diffuse. Just choose any of the mobile shader and apply that to the player whip up so that we can see the... I think it's a shader error. I'm sorry about that. So as you can see, we are controlling the game. We are finished authenticating. So we can make a script for the player. So, and then, we have a player control. I think let's start the authentication before we decide how to and after that I think we need to we need to declare another assemblies, the real-time listener, and just by doing that we will also simply refactor it and paste all the public variable. So here is all the public variable that the Google Play Game services will be a callback will be called. So upon authentication success, we can say what is that? We can navigate again to the revealing. So as you can see, there is too much as so many source code for the plugin. load score, and let's find I'm sorry, we can find the real-time implementation here. We will go to the real-time multiplayer and then find as you can see, create a quick game. I think this is the one that we need. So here why is it I cannot copy? And again, I think this is a mono develop error. Save and quit. That you must reload the mono develop. This is what I said before earlier, that you must restart the mono develop for you to be able to paste from a browser. So I think we should declare the minimum component, or just to make it clear to you, we can make a new void create quick game. So inside the create quick game, the minimum component, by the way, the maximum opponent will be the maximum player in each room is 8 players, so the maximum opponent can be 7. So the game variant, for example, you have a different variant for your game. You have a flag, for example, 2v2, 3v3. So each of your players searching for 2v2 will not get a 3v3 match, something like that. So the listener that's why real-time multiplayer listener, that's why it is declared, because we need to contact this script to be able for this callback to be called. So we should say this. This saying is simply saying that this is script component. So and then what is the next? So when authenticated as good, we should create a quick game. And after that, if, by the way, this float percent is not totally working, it is only 0, 20 to 100% to 100%. If so, we can declare if 0 is equal percent is greater than or equal to 20%, we can say we can make here a private bool is room setup was will be equal to 3, because sometimes on room setup progress is called twice, so there will be an error. So it will be equal to 3. Why did I bump to this one? But it's okay. You can put your for example for here debug.log currently finding a match. Ay, sorry. We can say play games. We also need to play games platform, that instance, that real-time multiplayer, that show UI, waiting UI, so that also the Google Play Game Services has a default UI, so that we can show a default UI while finding a game. If room protected, if else. So if success, instantiate your layer on the network. Else, repeat the process. Create a quick game. And we also must declare the private, for example, a bool connected to the room, which is initially it is equal to false. Here it will be, if it's success, it will be equal to true, and if not, it will be equal to false. And what's on left room, of course we should connect to false, and participant left, nothing to do with that. Basic for advanced scripting connected, because we only, it's okay, we will only run this one and message receive. This is a very important one. So what we are going to do is to sync our player. Here we need to instantiate. So instantiate a player, we can make a public transform player. Do we have a player prepub? Of course we have a player prepub, so we can automatically instantiate the player to the, it's okay, we don't need we need to declare the position. New vector 3 0f. I think we need to make it to 2f at the top, and again on the 0f. So we will instantiate and then new vector. We need also to declare, to declare the position, we need to declare the rotation. So basically we can say quaternion identity, the current rotation. And after that, we instantiate on the device A. What about the device A? So the device B will be conducted through the network. So we can say play games platform.instance send real time, and then send message to all. We can say to all. So what message are we do we use? So we can make it reliable. So we can make a new boolean reliability is equal to true. So reliability is equal to true. So that's it. What about the bytes, the data that we are sending? So I think we don't need to, but it's okay. We can say that I think it's okay. We'll just create a new bytes. Bytes is equal to bytes of something like that, of 1, just to save data, because we can get that what is that term? Bytes. We need to hold the byte and then 1. Yeah, that's all. At first, at instantiating, we don't need to declare to save some data. Just a simple bytes logic, because here we can detect if it's reliable. If it's reliable, we say it is an instantiation info. It really depends to your game logic. So if reliable, this is an instantiation info. So what we need to do is in the other device, it should have the same script. We should instantiate the same player, but we should create a transform naming, for example. So this is the current naming, and we should change the name to name so that we can contact that later, sender ID. And also I think this one, so that we can contact. Where is that? Okay, here. We can make a new transform called naming, and the naming is equal to the, so that we can find the game object. It's not performance wise or performance optimized, but it will work just for the meantime. This is just a tutorial. So naming that name is the play games platform that instance that real time that get player get display name, okay. Get self as a participant, and the display name. I know, participant ID, to be able for the other script to. So that's it. It will automatically instantiate from. Aside from that, I know. Why did we? This is a reference. So this is, we should make one. I think this is prefab, because this should be null. Prefab at the time that is room connected. We should use the prefab. Sorry for that. We should instantiate the prefab. And then, to be able to control that player, we instantiate the prefab, and then this should be, this should be the player. This should be the player, and the player name should be equal to the get self. What about this naming? It's okay because it's just a prefab. So here in the Unity engine, we can make this. So here we can get this one. I think we will make this a prefab. Don't worry about this player control. You can remove that and apply, and then remove. And then it's okay if you don't have a camera. And we go back to the prefab and attach this to the prefab. This should be null. It's okay because we have error handling here. If it's not equal to null, translate, else do nothing. So let's try it. Maybe we did reference this one. Okay, so the player will be assigned from the prefab. And then after we instantiated, as you can see, it should not have any camera, but on the start of the game, when the game starts, it should have the player. So the next one is on participant left. So in each case, this is not performance wise, but we should test this one. By the way, this is a freestyle tutorial. I did not make any, I did a practice. I know that this works before. Game object, that fine, you can use this one. Find the name, the party's is sender ID. The game object that find the get component, what we call this, transform, or we can directly go to the transform that position is equal to the, here we do some magic, is equal to system that, what is that? System dot file, I think. I forgot. Please see. Encoding. I'm sorry, I will just try to browse. But here, I think we have here sending message. Send message here. I don't know. I forgot the system that, what is that? Text? Hope so. ACI encoding. I think this is it. Get byte. ACI encoding. Default. Get the string. I know. Get byte. I think this is. So in get bytes, you can also check just by clicking the right. That is the type. So we can use the string. So this is the position. This is the position we should get. No, I think we can make a string, and we should get the data. Right, get bytes. Yeah, the position. We will digest this later. But in the meantime, I think we should focus more on the sending the data. So else, if it's not null, the player is not null. Oh, sorry for that one. If the player is not null, we should say player that position, we create a new string here where the data is equal to the player dot position dot x plus dot y, and that's it. Now it's not ending there. We should separate that with a separator. We can say that semicolon, just for the meantime, just for testing purposes. We should copy this one. Because we're sending a transform, we should say this is reliability is equal to true, because we only send transform. We don't need a more reliable. But this will arrive in an unexpected order, but it's okay. So that's it. Then we try to get the bytes of that string. We try to get byte of that string, which is a string byte data. So we get the bytes of that data, and the byte data will be sent to all the participants. So it will basically say, just we can also have a limiter here. For example, in hprint, because by using update, we will use all the frame. What if something like that? So I think we must have an handle, but later on. And here we should say string position is equal to get bytes of the data, and that find the game object of the sender ID, because we did instantiated prepub, which is from the sender ID, and then transform that position is equal to, so we can make this string datas, just to separate from here. Datas is position row. That is split. You can say new string set of string, which is equal to semicolon. It's the one that we use here to separate each position value. So semicolon, that will be the row. This is the return will be a list of the string. Hopefully it will not result to an error. And why is it? Byte. Because this is not bytes. Array of byte. Okay. And what about this now? Get bytes. Get the string. Sorry, I have so much in here. Error. The data will be converted to string. We can use the of course we need to also declare the reset, remove empty, and it will remove empty entries because for example we did a split a string and some of the array is empty. It will remove the one entry in the array which is currently empty or equal to null. So we can make a new vector tree now. Vector tree is equal to new position pos, new pos, or we can say new pos, new vector tree, and let's say it will be long. So system that convert to single because it is a float. It should be a float. The 0, hopefully the 0 should be x. And to make it organized, I think we should make this like this. And this is the x-axis, 0. The 1 will be the y, and the 2 will be the z. So I think we should not make that. We should use the alert so that it will not automatically be teleported. So and then let's set a transform here. Target is equal to this one, GameObject.sender ID. If target is equal to null, pag walang nakita, the computer doesn't find the current sender ID as a game object, then return basically say never continue, just return to the loop. And then if it's not equal to null, it will continue to digest all of it. And let's say the target at position is equal to new position that vector tree that lerp from this position to the new position versus the time the delta. I know we cannot use this because this is called once, but I think we can. Let's try. There's no harm in trying. 3.0 just to make it fast. And we should we're finished, and hopefully there is assignment but never been used. Just another. So hopefully it should work when we build the game. It's okay. Let's set this to none. And let's build the game. Hopefully this will end the tutorial because my voice is running out. Hopefully you're having fun and pretty intrigued with the Google Play game service because it is the only real-time multiplayer server that is offered for free thanks to Google. Some of the real-time multiplayer server is pretty much expensive. So let's try the new APK. Hopefully it should automatically sign in and start a new room. It should preview a new, okay, authenticate and then find a new room, hopefully, and it showed the default UI. So I think we can start a new memo. Memo emulator, Android emulator is very helpful to me as a real-time multiplayer. I develop real-time multiplayer always because I tend to, it's, you know, the most important part of the game development is the testing part. So you need to test the game. That's why Nemo for me is pretty helpful. And shout out to the developer of this emulator, and you've done a great job. But Nemo is also non-advertisement intrusive. Where is that? From the downloads, I think. And the game people. And we should install this one. And start. Hopefully it should also authenticate. Yeah, it should authenticate because it authenticate here. So you can see you can choose the different sign-in accounts onto the Play Games app. We're near to the end of this tutorials, guys, so please hang on. Thank you for having the patience. As you can see, the server automatically much of the same. Yeah. Yeah, the pretty intriguing in this part is that we can move with the camera. But the problem is that, where is our character? Are we sending data? Let's try to test the instantiation. Where's that one? Let's try to test this one. So instantiation. Let's try to put this one over here. This is a test. Why is it like that? We cannot see the. So it is actually true. We cannot see the. So you are editing like that. You should be at position 4. Thank you for the testing. That's why it's so hard to test on Android, because you cannot see where the game object is. You cannot see the game object on the hierarchy. That's why I think we can put this to at the 4 position, and hopefully it should run the game. This is the last time, and I think we are almost an hour. in the game. By the way, if you are using the current this key store, this game, I think you should be using the. You should not use the quick game, because some of the viewers will be using a quick game, and then the Google server will auto match even if the different script. So I think I should advise you the play games platform that create a custom game. You will choose the current player that you will be in a match. So you will not be an auto match to the other player playing other version of the game. Because please remember that you are using the same key store. This key store. By the way, if you are even bump into a problem in Nemo emulator, there should be something like you should update the play game services and also the play game services and the Google Play UI, Google Play, to be able to have the real-time multiplayer implementation. So you can see it automatically match. Hopefully this will sync. And I think the problem is that we did not instantiate. Oh, here we instantiate the game, the prefab, but it does not sync. There's a problem with the syncing. That's why let's check instantiate prefab and vector for the sender. Just for the sake of error handling, if what is that? The play games platform that instance that real time that gets off, and you will get this participant ID that equals to this sender ID. This is also a participant ID. If it's not equal to the sender ID, to the current device ID, it should instantiate. I think this should be placed here. This is the place here. And place that inside, so that it will only be called if the sender ID is not equal to the getSelf participant ID. If it's not equal, so go with it, instantiate. And I think this is right here. Transform the target is game object that find the sender ID that transform that if target is equal to none, return. If it's not, then go system.get string split remove empty entries, new position, so single create a new vector, and then transform the blur. I think to make it simple, we just make it to the new position, and to sending. Here I can set up instantiate. Here it will be instantiate locally, and then reliability. So it will first it will reference to the player, and when the player is not equal to null, because this is equal to null, sorry. If its player is not equal to null, it should reliable false, player position, the right. Hopefully this should work. It should work, but I think to be able to make it an example, we can make here a simple float timer, which is equal to 0 at first. So I always love to make a crowded of else and if statement. So if timer is less than or equal to 0f, timer is plus minus the time, the delta time, the time for each frame, and minus, and then timer is equal to, I think in each frame 1 divided by 0.02, I know, opposite, so time at delta time. And then, I'm sorry. What is that? I'm crowded. I'm so toxic. So 1f. So we get the delta time. So to get how many frames, for example 15 frames per second, send rate, load, send rate is equal to, just make it 15 frames per second. So 0.02, for example. I'm sorry how to deal with this. I forgot simple calculations. So this is an awkward moment. No. We can say send rate. No. Send rate is divided to we can say sorry, I forgot. I don't want to spend too much time, and I think we can say 0.03 can be good. So In each frame, it will minus the time that delta time, and it will add if it is currently greater than 0. Sorry, if it's greater than 0, it will minus, and then if less than, it will automatically add is equal to. Okay, I think it's good. And control to apply. This to the end. Running out of voice. And we have a compiler error. Alright. Okay. It's a simple F, and I'm running out of voice. I am clearly not a talkative person. Hopefully you enjoy watching this lousy video. CPU is screaming so hard because he's building a game. I feel that my voice is different from when I started this tutorial. I'm losing my voice. I can make a voiceover now. The world as we know it. A lousy joke now also. Please leave a like. Please don't forget to leave a like. Okay. As you can see, the Google Play services is pretty fast on authenticating and finding a match on a real-time multiplayer. And whoa, they find after authenticating, it automatically finds other player. Hopefully you should move. Oh, do you see that? Can you see that? But the problem is here. I think the problem is in the instantiation, but you get the point. Here on the other screen, it moves. We are sending data. As you can see, we are sending data on the internet. So I think the problem is in the instantiation. I didn't instantiate locally, but why did I didn't instantiate here? I think the problem is within the reliability. Hope so. That's why I tend to use the. I think we can make this one true. Reliability is equal to true, because sometimes unreliable send data errors come in an undefined order. Sometimes the first one will be the last one, so that is the bad thing. But in reliability is equal to true, it always comes the data will come in order. So let's try to change this one. So the movement synchronization will be true, and this is pause to just to minimize data size. So pause. How about in instantiation? We can make something like this also, but without any of this. We can say ints shape, instantiate 0, just to make sense. And then the data, by data will be here, reliability is equal to 2, and we will not make use of the reliability variable here. Parameter, we will use the bytes. So here will be the raw data, and the raw data will be slice. Raw data will be split. And here, call this it is slice. That's 0, that equals to the variable instantiate, or to just to be exact here, this one, if it is equal the 0, because the value is split, this is 0, this is 1, and the next one, this instantiate, it should instantiate the player, and then else if it's not, or else if, just to be clear too, else if is equal to the current, which is position here, that is index of 0, position, find the object, and that is slice. But this should also change because the 0 is now an identifier. This is 1, Dex, this is 2, this is 3, because we are now using the reliable, because the problem with the unreliable, they come and they send on order, yet they are received in unpredictable set of order. So theoretically, as we use the reliable connection, it should arrive to the device B as in order. So let's say, and I think we are more than 1.5 hour of tutorial. Hopefully you appreciate what I do here. I want to create more tutorial, but as of this moment I am trying to find a job for me to continue what I do. That's why for this last few weeks I did uploaded some lousy tutorial about establishing a server, free download. I'm sorry for that. And for some of you, for all the loyal viewers, thank you for always watching my videos to my channel. And please invite your friends who maybe who are in the game development also to watch some of my videos. Thank you so much. I could not I couldn't imagine how to repay you. So let's try to play this game. Hopefully we are using the I think that it is called the TCP connection. It is a reliable connection. I think we should be able to synchronize the position and instantiate and better centering. Hopefully then and why is it? Is there a problem with my yeah, this is the I think this is the oh, did you see that? So just teleported. What is it? So here we did split the data. It's not equal to the sender ID, then what is that? Sender ID. Then if 0 is equal to instantiate, I think we can use the contains. Prefab on the sender ID. Else zeros contain position and the ground. Using same data or something. I'm sorry for this inconvenience. Why is that? Why is that? Doesn't sync. Why? But hopefully you get the point. You get the point how to synchronize position. You should only convert a string or an integer into byte, a group of string or a group of integer or a float into a byte array. That's the main point of implementing the Google Play Game services. You are implementing the raw transport layer. You are dealing with bytes. That's why I named this channel Bytes Crafter, because I am always amazed with how the file is generated or what it is composed of. So currently I am also hopefully should work now. Oh my! It should work now. Oh my! And it worked. But the reference for the camera is not. But hopefully you get the point. I think the only problem is that I reference a different on the camera. The player. I think here, as we instantiate, we should say naming that. What is the name of the child? The camera. That get child. Just simply get child because it is only one component. Get child. Say get child that game object that set a kid to false, and the error will be gone. Theoretically. But the best thing about this is that we are syncing our position to the network. So we will try to build and run, and while waiting we can check. So as you can see, we are sending 30 times per second, but it is reliable. It is syncing at a good rate. So I'm sorry if it's a little bit lag, because I currently building the game and my computer cannot handle the process. So let's wait for the, but it's pretty okay. You can also, if I leave the game, you can use that on participant lag. So the game has finished, and hopefully why did I set active the camera to the other device? Because it will also be rendered, and the Unity engine will choose which camera will be rendered first. That's why we should correct that, handle that error. By the way, another reminder, you should use create custom game, not a quick game, because you will be, if some other developer is making, as you can see, I am syncing to my own camera. It is now connected. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. So that's it. Hope you like the video, and please like it, and hope to please subscribe. If you like this video, please share it to other developers. Thank you for watching, and hope to please subscribe. Have a great day, lads.
Thank you for watching. If you like this video, click subscribe. More to come. Click here to play this video.